Hi everyone!
Hello!
We're in Shinjuku, just outside of Tokyo, and so this is our week 10
that's
update.
right.
Yeah.
So you may notice a change of scenery. We just returned back to Tokyo from Niseko.
Yeah, and so Niseko ended quite well. And I don't remember any. So what we ended up doing was finishing up with quite a bit of snowboarding, and then we also attended an event. So once a year at the end of the year, kind of to mark the final days of snowboarding, a group puts on a snowboarding event. And so they create this half pipe, and anyone can go on it. I mean, we didn't because we're not that good at doing tricks
great.
and flips.
There were some people who were so young, and then we had older fellas going down
so
on the
people
pipes
would just
too.
be flying down and doing all different types of tricks. You had anyone from around 10 years old doing crazy flips to people in their 30s.
It's just a great way to finish up the season. So snowboarders, they have a big bang to exit on. So that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and then they were also serving some food and hot dogs and whatnot. So it was a really kind of nice outdoors event.
Yeah. So that was a nice farewell for us. Then we were getting ready to leave, and this guy got really sad to leave the dogs. You know, he was like, "Oh, do you think we'll ever see them again? Could we ever Skype them again?" We won't, but but you know, we grew fond of them.
Yeah, and you get used to, I guess, a schedule and a pattern, right? And so seeing them and walking them so often.
For 3.5 weeks.
Yeah, for Kim, like, she woke up when we got to Tokyo and she's like, do I have to walk the dogs? No, right?
I don't.
Yeah, so it's just things like that.
So it's been really nice. It took us a full day to commute back. On the way there to Niseko, we had flown by plane, but on the return trip, we took the train here. So it was a few extra hours, but it was really great seeing the landscape and just seeing as the snow was disappearing, coming further south.
Yeah. So you see mountains with snow, and it's going from that to a little bit of snow, and then going to rolling hills and whatnot.
Yeah, and then when we came back to Niseko, if you can imagine, we had our bags, we were sweating, we looked nasty, and these cameramen came up to us.
Oh yeah, in Kagurazaka. Yeah.
In Kagurazaka, and
they
were
just
saying,
got off the train
hey,
station.
can we record you? Can we interview you?
Yeah.
And we said, okay. And you know, again, we just looked pretty nasty. But they were asking us, what do you think about seafood?
Yeah, and particularly they showed us a picture of seaweed
salad.
Seaweed salad, and they were like, "So, what do you think of this? And you know, do you have this?"
How do foreigners feel about it?
Yeah, and
what's the taste? What was the first experience
exactly
when you ate it?
And do you guys eat this in Canada? And so it was kind of neat. It was really funny.
It was fun. And going back to Tokyo, I mean, when we were on the train ride, we were already making a list of all the food that we were going to eat.
Yeah.
Because there's just so much amazing food here. So we had kind of a food list going on. And I'd say that the second time being in Tokyo is a little bit sad for us, because we're wondering if we'll ever come back.
Yeah.
I think we definitely want to. So we should make it happen someday.
Absolutely. I've been thinking that more and more as well.
Yeah.
We also did the Chinese visa, so it took a couple days to figure it out and get all the paperwork. We had to go a couple times, but we got them this morning.
Yes.
So
we're going to China.
We will be going to China, so it's great.
Not down to the wire at all.
Yeah.
Actually, we had difficulty finding a place to take a picture because it's very specific requirements.
Yeah.
And it had to be within a certain time frame, so we couldn't get it done in Canada. It could only be done
3 months before.
Yeah, a few months before. So we were looking everywhere, and we couldn't find a place to do it. And then it turns out it was at the visa office.
Yeah, so
they had a little booth there.
That's it. We went a little early and we're like, you know what, we'll just go and ask them, and then if we have to have another meeting, then we do that. And so there it was. Yeah, so it worked out really well.
Yeah. And I guess the last thing that was pretty funny was, since we've been in Tokyo, there was one night where
it was packed.
It was packed,
we were trying to get back home to Itabashi Station, and there's just lots of crowds around 8 p.m. You know, people are coming home from work and whatnot.
And I mean, these trains go by quickly and frequently. Every 3 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes, there's always a new train. But everyone was packed like sardines, right?
Yeah.
And it was really the first time we experienced that.
Extremely packed like that, to the point, so there was this one girl and she had no business getting on this
She's
train.
about 18 years old.
Yeah.
So people, when they were pushing and shoving on their way onto the train,
Yeah.
they're not mean about it. They're not shouting
aggressive about
at
it.
all.
Yeah.
They, you know, have very straight faces. But let's say that Ashton is on the train.
Yeah.
This girl was trying to make her way on.
Yeah.
It's just shoving
until
and
she slowly
her
got there,
leg
yeah.
was sticking out.
Yeah, so-
and we're freaking out, right?
Yeah.
We're at the front line going, oh my gosh. Ashton's like, she's gonna lose a limb.
Yeah. Because you always see the signs, don't put your hand, don't put your, you
Yeah.
know, your backpack or any limbs
in
on
the doorway.
In the doorway. And that's, of course, she didn't even blink.
She didn't
Yeah.
even. So the doors were coming, they were closing on her leg, and sure enough, they did close on her leg.
Yeah.
And then they released. She's shoved some more, shoved, and then it closed on her foot. She shoved some more, shoved, and finally it closed and they went off.
And she got on.
And we thought, well, that was determination.
Yeah,
That
it was a really funny
I guess
experience.
that's the
to see.
Japanese way. Again, she didn't even break a sweat. You know, just I'm getting on this train.
Yeah.
All right,
All
so
right.
that's everything. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you next week.
Bye.
Bye.